Welcome to the kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I freeze my bananas and a couple ways you can use them. Now if you've got a bunch of bananas that have ripened up really quickly like this, first of all you can seal the end. Sometimes you'll see them pre-sealed with a little wrapping. That actually keeps them fresh for longer. You can also let them out in the open air like this, because if you actually seal these up, they release a chemical that speeds up the ripening. But once they're all ripe, I like to freeze them. So I'll pick a little Tupperware and I like to squeeze the butt end. They peel really simply that way. Then I just remove that little piece, and then I like to freeze them whole. I find it way easier to open this end than on this one. You can wind it back and forth, you end up mushing part of the banana, but just a little pinch right there, and you can see that there's actually some geometry to them. You can see these rigid sides forms a sort of box, 4 sides. So by peeling off one side, it's like opening a top. That edge is very strong, so it's easy to find the edges. And sometimes I'll have to break them up a little bit to fit. But even though this looks full, we can actually fit a couple more. Bananas will splice into thirds. And you can do this by just pushing very gently on the end, and it splits into thirds, like this. You can go all the way down, and then you have little sections that take up a lot less space, so you can squeeze them in. So once you've filled your container, just seal it up, pop it in the freezer, and you'll have really nice frozen bananas. These are absolutely incredible for smoothies. They thicken up better than ice, and they add a ton of flavor. Lots of nice natural sugars too, so it's a great alternative to ice. Sometimes you just want a little snack, so I'll take a little piece about this size, or you could do 2 pieces, which is like a whole banana, and we're making a little dessert ice cream. So I top with a little bit of cream, and it kind of freezes like a little shell, and then a little drizzle of chocolate syrup. So delicious. And the best way to eat this is actually with a fork. Then of course, compost your peels. There's great potassium here for the garden, and they compost down really quickly. Now bananas actually have seeds. I used to think that the seed was this part at the end, but they're actually on the inside, and they've been genetically selected, sort of like a seedless watermelon, to have very few seeds. So that little speck right here is the banana seed. And they're all around on the inside. They're just so tiny that they're really difficult to see. So that's it right there. So these have been bred to be so small that they're actually sterile. But I've always wanted to grow one of these, so I'm going to try and defy the odds and plant some of these out, see if they'll sprout. I'm not really expecting them to, but just for fun. So if we can get one of these to sprout, we'll prove everyone wrong. So that's them there. I'm just going to keep them warm because they're a tropical plant. Keep them really moist, but well-draining soil. But look at all these seeds. There's tons of them. So I hope you give frozen bananas a grow. I'll put some smoothie recipes in the description. So if you guys want to check those out, they're really tasty. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.